Welcome to Hattiesburg, Mississippi, home to the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles, and fans have been eagerly anticipating this matchup at the Rock. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Golden Eagles about to kick it away and get this season started. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Mississippi State's offense will have the football first. And, David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Let's take just a minute and talk about Mississippi State. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and then they'll get themselves into those rankings.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Got the quick pass. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these third downs present themselves.
In your own territory, if you don't make it, I mean, it invites disaster, but it's 4th and inches. They had to go for it, and they made it.
If I lost a bunch of weight, I'd be skinny, but I didn't. So go for it every single time. I love it.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down, making side adjustments here. Might as well give it to him again. This time stopped in the backfield and finding the sledding a little tougher than on that last run.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Trying play action. Here comes the heat. They get to him as he throws.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
9th play of the drive coming up, and they'll have to convert 3rd and long to keep it going. Back to pass, it's Shapen. Snagged in the middle, it's Mosley. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Mississippi State. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting a drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And David, they've got a guy outside that has a lot of potential, but he has to prove that he can be a go-to guy.
No, 100%. They are going to have to depend on him to make plays, to consistently catch the football, to make those one-on-one matchups, make the defense really pay when they choose to do that. I think he's the guy that can do that in spurts, Jesse.
Yeah, he doesn't terrify this defense. We know that, having talked to the defensive staff going into this game, but they have seen him flash before on film. They know he has the ability to make the wow play. For them to win this game, though, you get the sense he's going to have to make a few of those for this offense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Handoff, Jones. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? And the Golden Eagles moving quickly to the line. Back to throw, it's Braxton. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
They punted away on 4th down. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They think there's room to run to the right here. It's a running room. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
They'll keep it on the ground to the right. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
I think one of the biggest keys in stopping these big physical running backs is you can never let them get momentum running downhill, and I think that was a big factor on that play. They didn't get him right away. He was able to break a tackle, but he couldn't get the speed going, and as a result, he's going backwards. That's a big TFL for the defense.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small game, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Lining up to convert 3rd down. Scanning the field, it's Chapin. Pressure coming. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Hold and finds his man on the left. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. The Golden Eagles in the hurry-up. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. They've got a first down here to open the period. He'll do it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Just got one on that last run. Now 2nd and 9 from their own 26.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
And the Golden Eagles getting set on 1st and 10.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize, so you better get on the ball.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Yeah, and the quarterback didn't have a chance. I mean, when you get to the QB that fast, Jesse, you're still processing information, for goodness sakes.
And you're getting to the sideline whenever this drive is over, and you're asking for help from your offensive coordinator. You're asking, hey, can we slide our offensive line and help out blocking this guy? Can I get a tight end to stay in and maybe get a chip on this dude? Because I'm not feeling too comfortable right now back there knowing that we're trying to only block him with one guy.
The Golden Eagles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking for a man. It's Braxton. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
To the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Metcalf. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. The play-action fake. He'll pull it down. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. And off to Jones. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. And the Golden Eagles want to crank the tempo. Back to pass. Safe completion on the screen. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. The Golden Eagles, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He'll keep it himself. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 5 clash today. Ohio State is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a tight one so far in Columbus. They're up by 7 over Texas. We'll circle back if anything changes in this contested top 5 matchup. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
He'll try to do it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And he's really proven to this defense that he's just not a one-trick pony. He can beat you through the air, and now he can do this. Now he can take off and scramble, move the sticks, get us first down for his offense. This defense, they're starting to learn pretty quickly. This guy is a talented joker at quarterback.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw, it's Shapen. Got it in the middle, it's Thompson. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The pitch. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Williams. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Oh, they're after him. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He wants to change this route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. They took it 71 yards down the field. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Braxton. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Golden Eagles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
Well, the defense, they're smelling blood in the water now. Of course, they've already knocked the starting quarterback out of this game. And now with the backup in, they're bringing more pressure. It almost looks like they're more excited to get after him. This is just a very excited, very emotional defense right now.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Look out, he's got room. Oh, he's got some space. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Golden Eagles decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. He's got great speed. He's going to get loose. He just about took that one all the way to... They finally get him down after a tremendous return. Now on first and goal, let's see what Mississippi State does. They'll try to get it in with the run. Next, going for the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
He'll pull it on the read. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far at Hattiesburg. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the Rock.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Mississippi State will put a foot to it to crank up the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the returner goes down. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive. One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me, too.
Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion. He hurls one deep down the left side. It's caught. Wide open spaces. There he goes. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Southern Miss.
And you can tell he trusts his big tight end. Airing the football way down the field, treating him like a wide receiver because you know he's going to go up, make the big play, get you in the end zone, score a touchdown.
Lining up to add another. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Tulane has the lead right now, but they just haven't been able to separate themselves yet inside Yeoman Stadium. They're up by just one over Northwestern. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Direct snap. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Off play action. Moves around to clear up the vision. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. And the Bulldogs are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Back to throw, it's Shapen. Looking to the big tight end. Picked off, what a play to set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Quarterback on the keeper. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Trying to keep the drive alive. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Power football with the run. There he goes. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Shapen. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. The Bulldogs look to keep this drive humming. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Rushes on him. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
To the air, it's Shapen. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
Looks as if we have an injury on that. And we'll take a break to check him out. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Snap it to the back. Shakes off the defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. He's got it and still on his feet. He wrestles him down at the 3 after the grab. It'll be 1st and goal. On the move. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Using his legs, it's Booth. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Yeah, and how about this offense, man, putting another drive together, getting in the end zone. And here's the deal. Going on the road, handling these conditions in game 1, they've done a phenomenal job.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. So they played keep away and held it for 16 plays on the scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
To the air, it's Braxton. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Bully ball on 3rd and short. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Makes a grab past the marker. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Now on 1st down from the 30. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll get rid of it. Catch in the middle. It's Chapman. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Caught in the backfield. It's Jones. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Takes a handoff. It's Pittman. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? And the Golden Eagles will hustle to the line. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Creates a little space. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Under fire. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
The Golden Eagles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to throw. It's Braxton. Floats it out in space. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And the Golden Eagles need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Under fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jones. He gets it to the 38-yard line, but this defense forces a 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. First play of the drive comes from the 38. A designed run for the quarterback. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Well, we saw the coaching staff on the sideline challenging this offensive line to end this game. They've got the lead late now, and they know they're going to continue trying to run the ball to ice it.
And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. They're going to ride this running back. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. Off play action on 1st down. Finds the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll run play action. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Back to pass, it's Croman Hope. Pocket breaking down. He's got the back in the middle. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this. Hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Mississippi State lines up with a 1st and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him,
he's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And the punishment has been extended.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they want. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game one, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, big update in a top 5 game today. OHIO. Ohio State is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout to remember. They're up 14 over Texas. We'll keep you posted on things until the clock hits zeros in a game that, for now anyway, has been very revealing.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. The Golden Eagles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. And the Golden Eagles have it with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Braxton. That's caught. It's Montgomery. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Golden Eagles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Extending the play. Pass to 45. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the 1st down. Now you got to keep it going.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
The AT unit on the field. Right down the middle. So a drive there of 82 yards. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic. Get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Now the chance to take it. Just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. He put some heat on that one down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Coleman Hope. Grab near the marker. It's Mosley. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. To the air on 1st down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Here comes the heat. What a job to lay out and make the catch. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Mississippi State.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He uncorks one deep. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Final pass falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.